Men, I have discovered Tiermaker, which means you are all now subject to my terrible opinions, mostly ill-informed opinions, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. That I will now be subjecting all of you to all the terrible, stupid, weird things that go through my head. Because now I have Tiermaker, and I can put things in tiers and force you all to watch me and hear my opinions on things. So, since I do Pokemon stuff, I thought why not start with ranking every Pokemon ever. Welcome in, Gert's here, Swaddle's here, Dragon Ghost is here. Welcome, welcome everyone. So, before you, we have every single Pokemon ever according to whoever made this list. And you can see I have made a list of tiers. We have great design and useful, great design but not useful, meh, bad design but useful, bad design not useful, and I've never seen this thing in my life. Gert, you have the flu? I'm sorry to hear that. Is it the flu or is it COVID? So, as you know, I am a Pokemon streamer, but as you also know, I don't know everything about Pokemon. And there's a lot of Pokemon that I have never seen before, and a couple Pokemon games I have never played. So, get ready for some unabashed and awful opinions. You DM'd me on Discord and it didn't work. I saw you said that. I don't know why. I will have to look into that once I am done here. I'm sorry you have the flu. I'm glad it's not COVID, but, flu still sucks. Alright, here we go. Opinion number 1. Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur was the first Pokemon. Now, we're gonna start with the huge debate, right? Was Bulbasaur the first Pokemon? Well, he's technically Pokemon number 1 in the Pokedex, but then you have, Arceus was the first Pokemon ever, and then you have Mew originally was the first Pokemon, in the universe. And then you've got Rhydon technically being the first Pokemon ever made, but then you also have Legend Arceus, which was taking place way in the past, so the first Pokemon entered in that Pokedex would technically be the first Pokemon in the Pokedex, since that Pokedex existed before anything else. To me, Bulbasaur will always be Pokemon number 1. Gert, Lent is harder with the flu. I can only imagine. How am I? I am doing pretty good today. Today was a day I got to work from home, so that always makes me a little happier. We just got done with a little bit of a winter storm, so I'm doing pretty good today. I hope you're all doing well as well. Loud T-Rex, welcome in, welcome in. So, Bulbasaur. Great design and useful. It is undeniable that in the first game, when Pokemon first came out, he rocks the first gym leader. He rocks the second gym leader. He's useful against the third gym leader. He's immune to Giovanni and poison and stuff. He is, without a doubt, useful and everything that a Pokemon should be. Same thing with Ivysaur, because that set the tone for the middle evolution being the awkward teenager. Absolutely brilliant. And of course, Venusaur being amazing as well. No meet tomorrow. Yes, there is no meet tomorrow, which is going to be hard, but we do that sacrifice every Friday for God. It's hard to get out of bed this morning. Had to finish working on painting. Sometimes you just gotta force yourself out of bed. Now, these Venusaurs I have never seen before in my life. I missed out on the Mega Evolutions and Giga Evolutions and all those things, so I have no opinion on those. It looks cool, but I'm going to put those in the I've never seen this before in my life. I do fish tomorrow. Is that good? Fish is definitely good tomorrow. I'm not a fan of fish. I've never really liked seafood. I'm starting to try and like it. We're getting there, but not quite there yet. Mrs. St. Waffles will be disappointed in me. I haven't been eating late. No, definitely got to eat more. Got to eat more and get done. I mean, you don't always have to get stuff done, right? We have this weird thing in our society where you have to be useful all the time, but you don't always have to be productive, right? It's okay to just sit around and do nothing sometimes. That is what I do every day on stream. Charmander. Charmander, great design, very useful. Charmeleon, I am torn on. Welcome in, Edgar. I personally think Charmeleon is absolutely hideous. Absolutely hideous. Cannot stand to look at Charmeleon. But like I said, you've got the awkward teen phase, which was established with Ivysaur. So it's hard to put him in a tier. But I'm gonna go with he's useful, but so hideous. So hideous. Welcome in, everyone. I didn't do megas or anything like that, so I have no idea what these forms of Charizard are. Why does he have so many different forms of Charizard? I have no idea. But then you've got the man himself, Charizard. Obviously, iconic, legendary, wonderful. Charizard deserves a spot at the top. Squirtle. We love Squirtle. Pure, great design. Wartortle, again, kind of a strange, awkward teenager phase, but great. How many are there? This is every Pokemon. This is every Pokemon ever. This is the entirety of every Pokemon ever. So we're gonna be here for a little bit. Megas, we don't know. This one, even though I said I'm not going to do Megas because I don't know them, this one is truly hideous. Now, I know Blastoise is useful sometimes, but he's going to go into he's going to be the first one in this tier because I hate this design so much. Blastoise, I'm also going to stick in a bad tier. And before you rip me apart, here's my justification. Blastoise has these metal gun things that are so out of place. Like, he almost feels like he belongs in a Digimon universe. And there's so many other Pokemon that are so much more useful than Blastoise. I just don't think I can justify Blastoise being anything better than maybe meh. Maybe we can upgrade him to meh at best, but I don't see Blastoise as being higher on this list. Caterpie. Caterpie is an absolutely brilliant design, but not useful in the least. I should do more tier lists. I discovered tier lists, and I'm subjecting you all to my terrible opinions now because of it. Metapod. I've always thought that both Metapod and Kakuna, like, I know what they're going for on those, but they're just meh, right? They exist, but why do they need to exist? And I understand what they were going for, like, oh, the bugs are going through this chrysalis phase, but, like, no one wants a Pokemon that's just going to be unusable for so many levels, right? Like, even though it makes sense, none of the other Pokemon really go through this phase. In fact, we're going to downgrade these guys. They're going to go to the bad design, not useful tier. I don't know what the heck this thing is, so it goes over there. Butterfree. Butterfree's going to go in the good design, not useful. I don't think I've ever found a use for Butterfree. But it looks great. Weedle can go to meh. Beedrill. Beedrill looks amazing. Beedrill is one of my favorite first Pokemon, but not very useful. When did the first Pokemon game come out? I think late 90s. I believe it was 1995 when Pokemon Blue and Red hit the Game Boys. I'm pretty sure that's 95 sounds right. 94, 95. I've never used Beedrill. Exactly. Like, I've never used Beedrill seriously, but I love his design. Pidgey. I'm going to put Pidgey in great design and useful. Because everyone's first Pokemon is either a Pidgey or a Spearow, right? You're going to be catching a Pidgey, a Spearow, a Caterpie, or a Weedle. But I think for most people, it's a Pidgey or a Spearow. So we're gonna put them up there because everyone's got the iconic Pidgey, Spearow. They're great design. I love them. Same with Pidgeotto. Wonderful. Don't know what this thing is. Pidgeot. That's all wonderful. All wonderful. We love them. If you think Magikarp is useless, then you probably don't know how a professional won Pokemon tournament. That actually sort of brings me to this one, which is Rattata. I don't think Rattata has that great of a design. It's just a purple mouse. And I don't think Rattata is that useful. But then people discovered the fear strategy, right? So we're going to go with bad design, but useful. Dexter. I found Tiermaker. And your life will never be the same. I don't know what even form this one is, but we're going to go, that thing is hideous and awful. Both of these, all of these are going into the bottom tier, the trash tier. Same with Fearow. I don't think Fearow's great. Ekans. Ekans is iconic from the anime. Ekans is not useful. So we're going to go with great design, not useful. Same with Arbok. Troll King's here. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Gigantic Pikachu. Obviously, great design, very useful. Pikachu, I don't think you could not argue that Pikachu is not a great design. I mean, how many millions of Pikachus have been sold, right? Like, you could not argue at all that Pikachu is poorly designed. He is absolutely stunning. If Pokemon came out in 95, that was very late into the Game Boy's life, I'm pretty sure 95 is the year. I love this channel. I hope you return to the Troll Castle Challenge soon. Someday I will return and do more clips. I will do that. Surfing Raichu, brilliant. Love it. Love everything about it. Raichu, great design, not useful. You have a Pikachu. Why do you need a Raichu? The anime was very clear on this. The anime was very clear that you do not need a Raichu. The Icy Sandshrew. I absolutely love the Icy Sandshrew, but we know Ice type is horrible, so we go there. Same thing with regular Sandshrew. Regular Sandshrew is absolutely adorable, absolutely wonderful, not useful. In fact, the few times I've had him in my Nuzlocke challenges, they pretty useless. So the whole family gets to go in here with a good design, but not useful. We have not done our prayer yet. We try and do prayer at the end of each session, so nothing there. Nidoking and Nidoqueen. And Nidoran, all those. It's tough to make a decision on these. I love the way these guys look, but they were experimenting with, male and female Pokemon, and males and females having different forms, and we see differences of that. We have different evolutions based on gender and different things like that. So it's hard to say that it's great design considering they completely dropped that design going forward. They are useful sometimes, so these guys are just going to go right in the meh tier. Except for Nidoqueen. I absolutely love Nidoqueen and Nidoking, so they're going to go up here. They're going to go right up there because I love them. Maybe a little bit of bias in this, but I absolutely love them, so we're going to have to deal with it. There's actually a really funny story about a boy that was playing Pokemon and read Lapras's Pokedex entry, which said they were close to extinction, so the boy decided to breed the Laprases and release them, and today the Dex doesn't say they're any close to extinction. I've heard that. I've heard that was great. You're on Troll Castle 91 now? Wow, way to go. Clefairy and Clefable. Good design and useful. They'll go up there. I will say, fun fact. We'll do a Pokemon fun fact. I have heard that originally in the manga, Ash was supposed to have Clefable rather than Pikachu. I think they made a good choice by switching the Pikachu, but that means Clefable was a contender to be potentially everyone's favorite Pokemon if that had been popular. So we gotta give respect to Clefairy, Clefable. Channel point redeemed, send tier list for Waffle to rank. I love it. I will have to add that. That is a great idea, Edgar. Vulpix. Icy one. Great design. Useless. Regular Vulpix. Great design. Useful. Icy Vulpix. Great design. Not useful. Ninetales. Great design. Very useful. Not gonna lie, I'm just waiting for you to make me angry. I thought it was Jigglypuff. I'm pretty sure it was Clefairy. I'm like 99% certain that Clefairy was supposed to be Ash's partner. Jigglypuff. Ooh, Jigglypuff. I don't like Jigglypuff's design, and I hate Jigglypuff in the anime, and I hate Jigglypuff in Super Smash Bros. So, bad design, not useful. Same with Wigglytuff. Into the garbage tier. Boo. Jigglypuff. Clefairy was actually changed from being the mascot because it was too girly for its time. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure Clefairy was going to be originally the mascot. Zubat. Trash tier. I thought. But we all have to admit, as annoying as Zubat is very useful. Golbat, on the other hand, is useful but hideous, so he's going to sit in the same tier as Charmeleon. Oddish. Great design, not useful. Gloom. Bad design, not useful. Jiggly's gonna draw over my face. Pidgey Mythical here, clearly I'll die on that hill. That Pidgey's all the way up here. Pidgey deserves a spot of honor. Vileplume. Great design, not useful. Anyone still wondering, Pokemon Red and Blue released in 1998 in North America. Really, it was 98? I could have swore that was 95. Paris. I love Paris. Useless. Parasect. Ugly and not useful. Venonat. Fun fact about Venonat. My first Japanese Pokemon card was a Venonat. I think Venonat has a great design, but is not useful. Same thing with Venomoth. You still have a Nintendo 64? That is excellent. Doug Trio. Or the Diglett and Doug Trio. These guys are just all going to go into... I think their terrible design, especially the bad boy hairband one down here. The special Meowth forms, you're also going to go into bad design, not useful. No, thank you. Meowth. Meowth is iconic and does have some very specific uses. specifically the things you could abuse with his payday move back in the day. Great design, useful, we love you, Meow. Whatever this Garfield thing is here, though, that's going down here. That's no. That's a no. Persian, brilliant. Psyduck. I've always had a soft spot for Psyduck and Golduck. So, great design, useful, we love you. Mankey. Great design, not useful. Arcanine and Growlithe. Again, iconic, the first fake legendaries, great design, great everything. S++ tier, you guys deserve a spot up here. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Politoed. Great design, not very useful. Abracadabra, Alakazam. We love us some Abras, but they're not very useful. We love us some Kadabras. They are useful. Alakazams. I dislike his design, but we can't deny that he is useful, so he's going to go into that tier. Machop. That's a tough one. Did you know that you can solo any game from Gen 4 onwards? Like, you can beat any one of the Pokemon games from Gen 4 forward with just like a starter Pokemon? Machop, you're just going to go into the meh tier. I think that's a fair place for Machop, Machoke, and Machamp. I didn't know you could solo any of the old games. That's good to know. Bellsprout. Great design, not useful. When was my last stream? Last stream was yesterday. I streamed yesterday. Tentacool and Tentacruel. Great design, not useful. Geodude, whatever this form is, we're going to go with no. 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 However, Golem is useful. We can't deny that Golem does have some uses, so we will put Golem in that tier. We're making some progress. Galarian Ponyta. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Ponyta. Great design, not very useful. Up there. Oh, grabbed the wrong one. On to the Slowpokes. This is a lot to know. This is a lot of Pokemon. And we're going to soon reach a lot of Pokemon that we don't know anything about. The Alolan form is much stronger. How could you? For Rapidash? Ponyta is one of my favorite. Galarian was welcomed. Yes, I love... Ponyta has a great form, but the Galarian was just absolutely brilliant. It looks like a My Little Pony. And here's your fun fact that's embarrassing of me today. I absolutely loved the My Little Pony reboot. The Gen 5 My Little Pony with Rainbow Dash and Twilight Sparkle and Rarity and all that. Absolutely, absolutely loved that show through and through. I've seen it through multiple times. Absolutely love it. In Gen 2, it's close to do, but Feraligatr couldn't learn Waterfall. How could I put Geodude in the bad design not useful? I mean, so I know that some of these Pokemon, like Psyduck is just a duck, right? And we know that Growlithe is just a dog, but Geodude's just a rock. He's just a rock that does nothing. Did I have a Game Boy Advance? Yes, I did have a Game Boy Advance. I absolutely loved my Game Boy Advance. Slowbro. Slowpoke, Slowbro, everything about you. I love the design. but you're not useful, my friend. I'm sorry, Slowpoke, you are not useful, so you can all go here. Same thing with Magnemite, Magneton, Farfetch'd and Surfetch'd and all the fetched. Brilliant, not useful. Only had 3 games for the GBA? Doduo and Dodrio. Iconic design, not useful. Seal and Dugong. Bad design, not useful. That's one of those, it's just a seal. Like, you didn't make a Pokemon. You drew a seal and put a little pokey on its head. That's not a Pokemon. Muck. Grimer and Muck. Great design, not useful. The rainbow color was a great addition, not useful. Shelder and Cloyster, I think were great designed Pokemon. Again, not useful. Ghastly, Gengar, and Haunter, of course, absolutely brilliant. Get up there, all of you. You are all absolutely wonderful. Please, everyone, to the top. You absolutely deserve to be up there. Are there console Pokemon games? I mainly had Game Boy, DS, 3DS, and Switch. Let's see. So we had Blue, Red, Yellow on GBA, or on Game Boy. And then we had Gold and Silver on Game Boy Color. Then it was Ruby and Sapphire on Game Boy Advance. Pokemon 64. Pokemon 64 was on console. Pokemon Snap was on console. Pokemon Coliseum was GameCube. So there was a few, and then of course the Pokemon on Switch. So yeah, there was a few that came out on GameCube and 64, but not very many. We had Pokemon Park and Pokemon Ranch, yeah. Onix, bad design, not very useful. It's just a bunch of rocks. Drowsy, great design, not very useful. Hypno, I think Hypno is a downgrade from Drowsy. Love the name, but he's getting put into the meh tier. Krabby, as much as I love Krabby, again, that is not a Pokemon. It's just a crab. Just a crab. Electrode, just a Pokeball. Executor, ugly but useful. Whatever this tall tree thing is. Alright. Cubone. I love Cubone, but I acknowledge that he's not very useful. So, great design, not useful. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Where do these guys go? I don't feel like Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan belong in the Pokemon universe. And they started this trend of really, like, too close to humanoid. They're not really... They're bad and bad. Bad tier for them. When you finish, screenshot your list and send it to Discord. I will do that. Is this still Generation 1? We are still in Generation 1. Lickitung. Great design, not useful. Coughing. Absolutely love Coughing. I would dare say he even has some uses, so Coughing and Wheezing, get up there. Rhyhorn and Rhydon. Great design, not useful. Chansey. Great design, very useful. Good job, Chansey. Tangela. I never felt like Tangela fit in with the other Pokemon, so Basically, anything in green down here is Pokemon that I'm okay with them deleting permanently. This is the please, please delete these from the game forevermore. Kangaskhan. Great design, not useful. Love it. Horsey. Not useful, not a Pokemon, it's just a seahorse. Same with Goldeen. Staryu, absolutely classic, absolutely worthless. Into the okay tier. Mr. Mime. Bad design, not useful. Scyther. Scyther gets... I'm not putting him there, I promise. I had to scroll up. We're already running out of room with how big these lists are going. Scyther gets to go at the very top. Scyther belongs there. Jinx, again, the weird humanoid Pokemon, no. Electabuzz, no. Magmar, no. Pinsir, okay. Taurus, okay. Also, why is Mr. Mime fairy type? That was one of the Galarian forms where he is like an ice type, wasn't it? I look away for 1 minute and put my paintbrush in my coffee. Magikarp. Magikarp goes into the great design and useful, if for nothing else, because he becomes Gyarados. Never seen that Gyarados before in my life, but Gyarados, great design, useful. Lapras, great design, useful. Ditto. His normal form is fairy type? Oh. I always thought it was psychic. Wasn't it psychic? Yeah, Mr. Mime was in... Is he? Okay, now you're confusing me. Fairy type didn't exist in the first game, right? It was only psychic. Did fairy type exist in the first game? Ditto. I've never known what to feel about Ditto. Like, I understand the lore behind Ditto. I've never really found a use for Ditto, but I know some people do have uses for Ditto. We're gonna go with meh. Ditto is kind of meh. Eevee. Obviously. Great design, very useful. The original three, Vaporeon, Electron, Flareon, all get to go to the top. I think I need a bigger tier. Porygon. I love Porygon, but he's useless. Almstar, same thing. Same thing. Kabuto, Kabutops, Aerodactyl. All y'all have great designs, but aren't very useful. How to be anonymous before the internet? Well, that was easier, I think, right? Snorlax. Iconic. Get up there. The legendary birds. All of you, get up there. The first legendaries. So great. Wonderful themes. Wonderful everything. Yes. 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 Dratini and Dragonair. Yes. Okay. But we need to talk about this orange monstrosity. Is a convention kind of anonymous? It depends on, there's so many people there. I think you could go anonymous. This dude's design is so wrong. So wrong. Oh. Is Confession anonymous? Yeah, Confession is anonymous. They're not supposed to know who you are. This design is terrible, terrible evolution. However, Dragonite is useful, so bad design, but useful. They did it so dirty. I do not know why it evolves into that orange Naruto-looking dragon. Boo. No. Mewtwo, I have no idea what these forms are, but Mewtwo, of course, gets to go all the way up here, and Mew gets to go all the way up here. All right. I think that's Gen 1. I think that's all of Gen 1 and then a few random ones from other generations they throw in there. I think we've made it through one generation of Pokemon. Chikorita. Yes. 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 Cyndaquil. Yes. Okay, here's the first rage moment. I couldn't even tell you these guys' names because I can't stand looking at them, and I've literally never used them, so no. No on whatever those things are. Totodile. Yes. 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 These things that tried to be Pidgey but failed. No. 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 Do I ever send emails to my priest? Yeah, we emailed our priest not too long ago. We wanted to have dinner with our priest. He ended up being too busy for dinner, but we definitely email our priest. Ladybug. Great design, not useful. Spinarak. Great design, not useful. Crobat. Great design, useful. This thing I've never seen a use for it, but it's got a good design. This one, not so much. All right. We've met our first Pikachu clone. In this case, it started the baby evolutions, and I think the babies were kind of a mistake. So, no. 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 All right, Loud T-Rex, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you hanging out. We'll see you next time. Mareep and Marsheep. Yes. Hula Hoop, Hula Skirt, Weird Blossom Pokemon thing. Yes. Good design. Don't think it's useful. Another Pikachu clone. No. No. Sudowoodo. We've reached that point where I have to see, can I overcome my biases? Sudowoodo is the biggest piece of garbage in all of Pokemon, and I absolutely despise Sudowoodo because he has wrecked so many of my Nuzlocke runs. He has absolutely destroyed so many Nuzlocke runs. So I want to put him in the garbage. I will acknowledge he does have some niche uses, and he is an interesting design, so begrudgingly, I will put him in the good design and useful tier. Not by choice, but because I have to be honest and fair. Does God forgive swear words? God can forgive everything. Whatever this thing is, no. No. I've never seen that thing before. Never seen that thing before. No. I absolutely love Sunkern. Yes. No. Yes. I looked it up on Wikipedia, and apparently Nintendo DS family is the most selling handheld of all time with 154 million copies. Is that all? Is that DS, like DS, DS Lite, DS XL, 3DS? Because like the DS and the 3DS are different generations, right? So it wouldn't be fair to lump those together. Is doing swear words a sin? I've had a lot of discussions around whether or not swearing is a sin. And I don't see swearing as a sin. I've yet to see any convincing justification for swearing to be a sin. So I'm not convinced on the people who say that it is. Whooper. Whooper. Yes. Quagsire. Yes. Espeon and Umbreon. Absolutely. Get up there. Yes, please. Yes, please. Murkrow. Yes, please. Slow King. You can join the rest of your slow brethren up here. Don't know what that thing is. Unknown. Unknown is tough for me. Like, they were a gimmick, right? Like, they wanted to put the alphabet in the game for whatever reason, but they're useless and they are so out of place. So, no. Wobbuffet? No. Giraffe thing? Yes. Pinecone? No. This thing? No. Dunsparce? No. Scorpion thing? No. Steelix. Steelix is tough for me because as a kid, when they first introduced Steel-type Pokemon, they were the coolest thing. The absolute coolest thing ever. And turning Boreal Old Onyx into Steelix was so exciting. So we're going to say good design, not useful. Gramble, yes. Quillfish thing, yes. Scizor with the metal, yes. Did I just say no? Did I say no to what? There's a lot of Pokemon here. Did I say no to Dunsparce? Yeah, I did say no to Dunsparce. Its design is hideous, and I've never seen... What can you do with a Dunsparce? Like, I've never even bothered to catch one, I don't think. They're just... They look like they're from a Mario game. Like, they look so out of place. I don't think Steelix is good design. You know what? I'm going to agree with you. We're going to downgrade Steelix. Shuckle. Useful, but bad. Heracross. Meh. Meh. Sneasel thing. Meh. Teddiursa. Yes, please. Shuckle is the best. I am not a fan of Shuckle. Magma Slug thing. Yes. Swinub. No. Coral thing. Yes. Never seen that. No. Yes to Delibird. Not useful, but love his design. Love the mana ray thing. I think it's useful. I think I could find a use for that. Skarmory. No. Houndoom. Okay, here's my problem with Houndoom. It's another fire dog, right? It's a dark fire dog. But what does it do that Growlithe doesn't? Did it need to exist? Did it need to exist? I like what they did with Dark. When Dark was first introduced, it was this whole like Team Rocket was abusing these Pokemon, and they're dark, and they're edgy, and yes, I think he needs to exist. So we're gonna go, even though Growlithe is better in every single way, we want him to exist. No. Yes. 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 Stantler. Stantler gets upgraded because Stantler was one of the shinies that helped us win our Bidoof only Oops All Bidoof Legend Arceus run. You get a special place of honor all the way up there, Stantler. Thank you. Thank you for your contributions, Stantler. Smeargle. I'm just not crazy about these sort of human Pokemon designs, you know? No. 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 Alright, the cow. Let's talk about the cow. Be honest. How many of you have been adversely affected or traumatized by Miltank? Be honest. Let's hear those horror stories on that one gym leader's Miltank who everyone hates. Strange to share. I think I can't see part of what you shared, Gert, because it said it was a blocked term, so I lost part of things. Miltank, get up there. All the way to the top. Blissey, all the way to the top. The legendary dogs. Oh man. Oh man. I think this is gonna upset people. I think the legendary dogs are horrid. Ew, no, and no. Get out of here. I can't even pronounce half of their names. I've never seen them in games. They're useless. They're a poor version of the legendary birds. The legendary birds are like, I hear people talking about Moltres and Zapdos and Articuno to this day. Does anyone ever talk about Entei or Suicune or Electabuzz, Fang, Sabertooth thing there? No. No one talks about them because they're not that great. No. No. Bottom. To the bottom with ya. No. No. Never seen ya. Yes. You know how to say their names. Bun Buns. Hi. Do you want to come get on stream? No? Okay. You know how to say their names. I know, and well, maybe I don't. Entei? Yeah, it's Entei? I know that one for sure. I don't know the other two at all. The internet wants to see you, Sonny. Come here. Come here. Come here. No? So yeah, okay, so it's NT. I know that one, but the other two I don't know at all. Honest. Come here. No, he's leaving. Imagine if someone lives a whole life, a good Catholic life, and on the moment they died, the last words was the F word. I could see that being disappointing. How do you say the other two legendary dogs? I don't know them. Lugia. Okay, another unpopular opinion. Lugia is hideous. But Ho-Oh, on the other side, amazing A-tier legendary, get up there. Will God forgive it in heaven? That's a tough one, because like we said, we don't know that swear words are sins. Then you've got baptism of desire, baptism of the heart. Like that's a big question that's got a lot of ifs, ands, or buts to it. Celebi. Horrible, get out of here, no. It's an onion. How can a legendary Pokemon be an onion? Like, come on. Again, it's like, oh, look, it's a Pokemon. No, it's a seal. Oh, it's a legendary Pokemon. It's an onion. Come on now. Come on now. Celebi is one of the lamest legendaries, without a doubt. Alright. Tree Gecko. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. Torchic. Yes. All the way to the top with Torchic. This weird chicken thing, though? No. Blaziken? No. I think God forgive every sin since Jesus did pay our past and present and future sins. God can forgive every sin, but you have to ask for it. You gotta want it. Mudkip. Legendary. Amazing. Yes. Mudkip, please. Weird, awkward teenager Mudkip. Yes. Adult Mudkip. Yes. Weird dog ripoff. No. No. Zigzagoon. No. 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 Wurmple. A honorable addition to the game in the tradition of Caterpie and Weedle. Yes, but also no. Up you go. Lotad, I like this design. Yes. This thing, no. 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 We don't need this because we already have Pidgey, so no. This, I like. This, I really like. Routes, yes. Wurmple over Mega Skyzer, egregious. Okay, so the Megas, I never played with the Megas, so the Megas are all in their own tier here. So the Megas aren't being judged because I don't know the Megas very well, because I never played the games with the Megas in them. So you don't need to worry about that. The Megas are not in play here. So don't worry about that. No. But also yes. Never seen this thing in my life. No. No. We already have 2 lazy slow Pokemon. Why do we need this thing? No. Never seen that. Yes. Absolutely to this thing. Yes to this. No. Yes to this design. That's what a Pokemon should look like. No. 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 We already have Meowth, so we don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, the Gem Goblins. The Gem Goblins. They fall into that weird humanoid. I don't like it. No. No. I don't know this thing's name, but I love it. Yes. This was my I literally, okay, embarrassing Pokemon story time. Back in the day when I had no idea what I was doing when I played Pokemon, which might still be to this day, my team was literally 6 of these dudes. My team was 6. I don't even know their name. That was my entire team. My entire team in Generation 3, I think, was these dudes. Maybe it was Generation 2. Whenever Steel was introduced, I felt like Steel was the most unbeatable, best element that there was. So my team was literally 6 of these dudes. That was it. There was no strategy to it. It was just 6 of the cool Steel Nidoking-esque. So A+. This thing, no, 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 super no, extra no, more no's, more no's. Aaron and Larian. Rosalia. Yes. No. No. Yes. I know that some pro is going to look at this list and think this is the worst list they've ever seen for Pokemon, but Whale Lord. Yes. 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 The turtle. The fire turtle. Yes. The springy pig. Yes. Never seen that thing before. Spinda. Yes. This thing. No. No. Yes. I think we've got a fairly good list going. No. 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 This thing's literally just a cat with attitude, right? It's just a mongoose. But I'm here for it. We didn't need another snake. The sun and the moon. I love the sun and the moon Pokemon. Love their designs. But I don't think they really fit in the Pokemon universe, really, right? Like they're. Do they fit in? And I don't think they fit into Pokemon, so they can go in the meh tier. Don't know what that is. Yes to that. Actually, I've seen that thing in competitive play, so it's going to get upgraded. The Crawdad. Yes. Yes. No. 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 The Magikarp. Yes. Yes. This is ridiculous. I'm triggered. which one, Dexter? Which is the one that threw you over the top on this one? Which one triggered? Cast form. No. 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 Yes. No to Claydol? What is Claydol? Which one's Claydol? No to Snivy? Which I'm not a fan of Snivy. Which one's Claydol? There's so many already. There's so many. Never seen this thing. I love Snivy. Yes to this. Yes to this. Snivy, no. 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 I'm so angry right now. This thing is just a giant beholder, but I have found use for it, so yes. I'm not as triggered as I thought I would be. Spheal. I feel like Spheal is what Seal should have been, so yes. I'm super triggered when you're like, I don't know what this is. No. No. Never seen it. Never seen it. Nope. Nope. No. I don't think I've seen that one. No. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. But no. Alright, the next set of legendaries. Registeel, Regirock, and Ice. I don't deny that they're useful. But no. No to Beldum? Who's Beldum? I don't like the Regia Pokemon, so they will go there. Yes to this thing. Yes, please. Yes. Kyogre and Groudon. Kyogre and Groudon were the first good legendaries since Articuno. Yes. And yes. Rayquaza. I'm not personally a fan of it, but I will put him all the way up here because I recognize people like Rayquaza. I think you're trying to trigger us. No, well, I'm just going through my honest opinions. Jirachi, no. Tentacle Monster, I think he's a legendary, so probably useful, but no. He's like Registeel. We're making progress. We're making some progress. We're getting there. We're not mad about it. Well, I'm not. I think Dexter's getting there. I think Dexter's getting there. Turtwig. No. This thing, no. This thing, great design. I think it's even useful. I think there are some uses for that. Did you just say Deoxys is like Registeel? I mean, they're the same kind of design, right? They're the humanoid, robot-y, legendary. Meh, nah. Not for me. No, but I recognize that it's useful for this whole thing. No, no, no. This has a good design and is useful. But these guys, no. You better say no to all the Ultra Beasts. I don't even know what the Ultra Beasts are. No, we don't need you. We've already got Pidgey. Bidoof. We have proven beyond all a shadow of doubt that Bidoof is useful. Barrel, on the other hand, no. I like this design, but it's not useful. Same with this. Shinx. Yes. Yes. And yes. 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 Don't think I've ever seen that, or that, or that, or that. No. 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 This is getting overwhelming. No. Yes. Combee, great design, but useless. But I love him. Love Combee and Vespunine. Squirrel thing, no. Beaver, no. Just a cherry, no. 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 Yes. 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 And yes. No. Yes. Yes. I'm going to say no to this one because, again, it started this weird, like, human-esque. I don't dig it. Now, No. Yes. We have no need for more cats. We already have the perfect cat, meow. No. No skunk. Floating disc, no. Bronzong, yes. Sea-Doo, no. 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 Yes. This thing. They are a newly found species of exceptional creatures that affected the very lifeblood of Pokemon life in Aola. Spiritomb. Can't believe you just said no to Justin Bieber. This chompy thing. Yes. Older chompy thing. Yes. Oldest chompy thing. Yes. No pre-evolutions. Yeah. This, even though I don't like pre-evolutions, we have to acknowledge that Lucario's form is just too good. No. 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 Yes. No. Never seen it. Never seen it. Yes. No. 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 Yes. Glaceon. Love Glaceon's design, but we all have to acknowledge that ice is a terrible element. So, sort of. No. 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 Yes. Y'all don't be mean to Dexter. He's already got enough going on with having to watch this. No. No. Definitely not. None of the Rotoms. Get out of here. That's a firm no. No to these weird Jirachi ripoffs. Alright. Now we've got some legendaries. And all of these guys go in the same tier. Meh. Meh. No. Hmm. Guardivar. Meh. Alright. Now we're getting into some Pokemon I've never seen before. Arceus. Yes. It is March. It just turned March. You are right. Another Pikachu clone. We don't need it. Alright, now we're on to the next generation of starters. My least favorite generation of starters. However, I can sense the blood boiling. I can sense the rage building. So I think maybe this is a good place to pause it and end for the day before I make anyone any more mad. This is what the lists look like. Again, we have great design and useful. Not a whole lot in this category. Great design, but not useful. A decent amount here. Meh. Bad design, but useful. And then bad design and not useful is by far our largest tier. And then the megas and things I've never seen. Tier list designed for making people mad. Only when they are filled with my opinions. Only when they are filled with my opinions. Alright. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, thank you for this wonderful day, and thank you for bringing me together with all of my friends. Please be with all those who are going without right now, those who are without food, without water, without shelter, people who've run away from home, or are missing, or are on the streets due to mental illness. Lord, be with them all. Lord, help the people who are struggling in Hungary, in Turkey, Ukraine, Russia, all the war going on. Lord, be with them. And God, we just want to take a moment to thank you for all the things that you do for us, all the things that we don't know that you do for us. Lord, we need you in our life. Continue to guide us closer to you. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to try and save this list and leave it up so that we can continue the horribleness that is my Tiermaker some other time. Everyone have a blessed day, and we will see you again very soon.